Greetings all. First, I want to thank everybody for responding to the video I did about the nursery. Well, it's been busy over here. Whew. Finally got a little bit of a break. Thanks a lot. The whole thing was inspired by one gentleman who hadn't been in a nursery since February and just wanted to walk around with me. Well, it really spun out, so thanks a lot. It was P.T. Barnum. Yep, P.T. Barnum, the circus man who once said, "There's a sucker born every minute." I believe it was W.C. Fields. It was a movie, Never Give a Sucker an Even Break. Well, I tell you what, I've been breaking off suckers for weeks now, and they break off evenly. At the rate they're coming on, I do believe that there is more than a sucker born every moment. World population has changed since P.T. Barnum was on Earth. And unlike Fields, I'm willing to give anybody a good break on a sucker. Oh, this is bad, right? Yeah, I got suckers, man. Take a look at this. Here's a nice pile of them that are all washed and ready to go and get inspected and go to the post office. There's another batch, pretty much same, but not washed. Here's another batch, washed, drained out, ready. Now here's another tub full of them over here. There's a pile over here under this coffee tree. There's another pile of them under that coffee tree. And Ellen has left piles randomly located throughout the entire property. What we also have is the old pineapple plants that were large basal suckers with big trunks that we've been roguing them out, taking them out of the fields now. So we got that stuff too. Those are really big. That's like a log. Got a root on one end. Usually produces multiple suckers. So I've got tops twisted off the pineapples. I have the slips from below the pineapples, and in some cases I also have the suckers from underneath the pineapples. So we got it all. There are lots of them. I have no idea what the actual count is, but it's well beyond hundreds. It's a lot. Every year there gets to be more and more and more of them. So it was quite successful when I mentioned that we have a nursery, and a lot of people showed up. I had a lot of response. So I'm here on YouTube telling the world we got pineapple suckers. So if anybody happens to want to grow the Hilo White. Now, if I got the history right, this was probably white sugarloaf when it was first introduced in Kapoho. But it's been my observation the pineapple diverges as it's been moved here into the islands. That I don't find that the Kona White is exactly the same as the Hilo White and so on. The pineapple has been shifting, so rather than call it what it used to be called, white sugarloaf, I am referring to it as the Hilo White, because it's really what it is. It's not a white sugarloaf anymore. Also, I have compared white sugarloaf to it this year. I have some from the USDA repository here, and they're close, but the Hilo White's better. Yeah, growing in the same conditions, same field, everything here. This pineapple is improved once it came to Hawaii. It's kind of like a green garden guy. After I left Chicago, I've been getting nicer here in Hawaii. Oh. Anyway, so that's what we got. I'm letting you all know. The reason I'm not going to talk about, how do you do this, blah, blah, blah. Basically, if you're here on the island, contact me and set a time. We can just come on back, The gate's open most of the time. As long as the gate's open, come on in. And so here on the island, it's cash and carry. You just pick them on up and walk them out of here. And that's the That's the easiest way, the most desirable way for me to get rid of most of these slips and suckers. On the other hand, if you are off island, we can mail them to the other islands. Also, if you're in the mainland, we can mail them to the mainland too, with proper inspection. But I'm limited to 46 states. And so if you happen to be in California, Arizona, Texas, or Louisiana, I can't help you. Those states don't trust Hawaiian ag inspectors, and so they want stuff done their way, and that's not part of their business, pineapple slips. Can't get them in there for you. But the other 46 states, anybody interested, get a hold of me. We're going to have to talk about it because depending on how this is done is really going to depend on how it is going to be done and what it will be costing. Obviously, it's far more expensive to send them to New York than it is to pick them up here in the neighborhood. I got plenty of suckers for all of you, and I tell you what, you're going to be some smart shoppers if you show up here to get these suckers, because ain't nobody suckering you on this stuff. These are sweet, man. This is good material. Aloha.